Good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, and I'm going to do your June the 5th just for today in a meditation. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. If you need to reach me, feel free to do so at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. The title of the meditation is Honest Prayer. Although honesty is difficult to practice, it is most rewarding. That comes from the basic text, page 96. How difficult we find it to be honest. Many of us come to NA so confused about what really happened in our lives that it sometimes takes months and years to sort it all out. The truth of our history is not always as we have told it. How can we begin to be more truthful? Many of us find it the easiest to be honest in prayer. With our fellow addicts, we sometimes find that we have a hard time telling the whole truth. We feel certain that we won't be accepted if we let others know us as we really are. It's hard to live up to the terminally hip and fatally cool image so many of us portrayed. In prayer, we find an acceptance from our higher power that allows us to open our hearts with honesty. As we practice this honesty with the God of our understanding, we often find that it has a ripple effect in our communications with others. We get in the habit of being honest. We begin to practice honesty when we share at meetings and work with others. In return, we find our lives enriched by deepening friendships. In return, we find our lives enriched by deepening friendships. We even find that we can be more honest with ourselves, the most important person to be truthful with. Honesty is a quality that is developed through practice. It isn't always easy to be totally truthful, but when we begin with our higher power, we find it easier to extend our honesty to others. Tongue-tied today. Just for today, I will be honest with God, myself, and others. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Honest prayer. Prayer is a place that is generally personal, right? It's a space and a place that is personal, private, and sometimes we find that we can say things in prayer that we would never say or have at least have a difficult time saying to a human being. For those of you that do pray, and I realize some of you may not pray, this is a place I think you can agree with me that allows an individual to start to practice honesty. The reason why I enjoy this meditation today is because the other day I was talking about people lying by omission, leaving things out, not with bad intention, but leaving things out intentionally because they want the storyline to sound a certain way, or they don't want to deal with any feedback that they know for sure that they will probably get on that portion of the truth, right? And so that seems to me I'm not really sure about it, but I don't have a percentage, but it seems to me to be innate to want to look good in front of others, to sound good, to impress others. And as a result of that, what happens sometimes is a person will lie by omission. They'll leave the part out that will make them look the worst. I believe it's quite normal. And that's why it takes practice to not do that. It takes practice to tell the whole story. You've heard it said in recovery, if I don't know where you're at, I can't come get you. Right? It's the same thing with these new GPS systems. Well, actually, it'll tell you your location now, right? But it needs that location or a starting place in order to get you to the destination. It's the same concept. If I'm working with someone and their plea for help is that they just want to stop stealing, they want to stop going into stores, stealing things that don't belong to them. I'm going to give them information that will help hopefully be a principle that they can apply when the urge happens what to do. Right? And so say maybe 2 weeks later we have a conversation. Have you been able to apply that spiritual principle? Yeah. Yeah, Mighty Stream. I haven't stolen anything from a store since we talked. Well, that's good. That's amazing. Tell me about a time that you felt the urge to steal something and you used the spiritual principle and didn't. And they give me the information. I'm like, oh, that's great. Another 2 weeks go by, having a conversation. Did you go into the store and steal anything in the last couple of weeks? Or are you still doing pretty good with applying that spiritual principle? Oh yeah, Mighty Stream. I haven't stolen anything from the store in the last 2 weeks. Okay, that's beautiful. Then I hear them share in a meeting that they went to a garage sale and stole some things off the tables. And the time date that they give for that is a couple of weeks ago. So by listening to their share, I'm understanding, oh, you didn't steal from the store, but you were stealing from other people, their garage sale tables. Okay. And you feel really bad about that. Okay. So my next question is not so much are you stealing from stores, but why didn't you tell me that you were still stealing? Not necessarily from stores, but from garage sale tables. And then listen to whatever their answer is. So that is an example of an individual that would lie by omission and what type of lie, not giving all of the information. Right? So I think it's very important when we're talking about honesty to realize that there's levels of honesty. There's levels of dishonesty, but it still is dishonest and it still is honest. And that it takes practice, just like any other spiritual principle. And a great place and way to practice that is in prayer. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed the meditation for today, and I hope that you will have a beautiful day on purpose. I intend to. I'm looking forward to the day. I will be talking to you tomorrow.